Audio check, check, check. Good Saturday afternoon, and yabba dabba doo, sports fans. Welcome to Webster Ice Arena, Rochester, New York. Another new building. I don't believe we've played here before. Rock City Girls Fest pool play, Game 3. Your Pittsburgh Steel City Selects black traveling uniforms as Stevens leads them on the lap. And these New Jersey Bandits in arguably some of the craziest hockey uniforms I've ever seen. They're in Vegas Golden Knights, gold and black, but they've got this weird purple, pink fuchsia color. and then the shiny gold helmets. These are some crazy hockey uniforms. So 3 15-minute periods. We are using some new technology here at Wicked Slapshot. My buddy Schilling over at I can't remember the name of his channel. He's going to kill me. Blitzburg Stage. He showed me this anchor hub that you buy on Amazon. So more money in the traveling bag of production crap. And I am using it because I'm now plugged into a random network drop. Tina would be proud. And needed a way to power the headset and the internet connection all through a hub on the back of a USB-C on the iPad. So more than you wanted to know about the technical workings of this broadcast. I'm 15, 18 feet above the ice. They got these weird little tables on the railing, and they're sticking out. So it's not an issue swinging this way, but as we swing that way, you might lose a little bit in the corner just based on the way the camera is set up here on the iPad. So as always, we'll do the best we can. The other weird thing is the hub has to ride on a tripod extension to the right of the camera, which means the fluid head is now unbalanced. So we need a counterweight for the other side for this setup, but I don't have one, and I don't see a way to attach one. So if I let go, it's going to start to drift a little, although maybe I found a good balance here right now. But I can lock it down when I don't need to move, but when I do need to move, it might swing a little. So as usual, we got some technical handicaps, but we're going to bring you the best game we can as these girls look to finish pool play here today, and then there will be another game this afternoon. It's time and location to be determined once pool play is over, so stay tuned to texting and TeamSnap, and we'll get you that location for the game. 28 to go on the warm-up clock. We will be back at Puck Drop on Wicked Slapshot Productions. There's a way to broadcast at Lakeshore, Lindsay. If somebody on your team needs a link, give them, have your dad give them my cell phone number. Tina is an expert at getting me Wi-Fi passwords, and I found an old picture on my phone. So if you're at Lakeshore and somebody needs service, send me a text, and I'll send them a picture with the magic key. I just did it for Tony on the 19U team. We can get you in on there. And Tina, when the game's over, I'll send you the link to the hub. You need to buy an 11-in-1 anchor. It was like $60 on Amazon, and it lets you run it's powering my headset and the internet all through the USB-C. It's the first one I found that works on it. Hat tip to Schilling for that tip. So we're going to get going here. Period number 1, 3:15 minutes. We got Kanachi to my right, Kinger, Detling, and Pilarski up front with Zivy and Kiesel in the back, and the Bandits send it down into the near corner. Kiesel chases it down behind the net. Up the far wall, too far for Detling, can't clear. And now they will. No, Kinger poked it back in, and now Zivkovic picks it up. Zivkovic coming through neutral, loses it across. And the Bandits are going to send it below me, and now Zivkovic will send it in. Past the Bandit all the way behind. You got a bit of a weird angle. I got the tripod tipped forward to eliminate as much of this table as possible, which will pronounce the swing a little, but these are the editorial decisions we've got to make. And we're getting a whistle here. Not sure for what. Didn't quite catch it. They're bringing the puck out. Not sure if it was a hand pass or a high stick on the puck or what. But out comes Klein, the rig, and the bar fight with Desai and Marshall in the backyard. Klein to take this draw in front of us. Klein leaves it. Desai puts it over for the bar fight too far to the far wall. And now it comes all the way across. Riggs is going to chase it over. They poke it past her, and Klein's going to pick it up here. Klein through neutral. Klein loses it back. Barfight tried to tip it. Klein was there too. Up ahead to the rig. Here comes the rig up the far wall. Rig rips a shot, hits a girl in the wrist there. Now they're going to battle in the corner. Rig and a couple of gold helmets, and now here come the gold helmets up the wall. That one knocked down by Klein, but she can't hold it. The Devils will send it back, and Marshall will chase this down in the near corner with 13:45 first period. Marshall drops it behind for Klein. Klein up the far wall. They're whacking at her. Here comes Klein again. Back through neutral now. Klein still skating. Klein into the corner. Has the rig up high. Has the rig in the center. Didn't see her. And now they throw it low, and the Bandits are going to pick it up there. Send it up higher. It's going to stay. Rig can't hold it. Schuler's on. Now Barfight holds it, and it comes back over Dull's stick all the way down. And they wave it off, but it didn't get there anyway, as Claherty's out here now with, let's see, Taylor and Makasenka. Claherty loses it at the red line. Bandits come back the other way. Dull picks it up there. Dull sends it across, and the Bandits hold. And they cannot clear it. Now Dull picks it up. Dull up to Taylor. Taylor bumbling with it along the wall, and Claherty can't drag it. She drags it out, but the Bandits poke it back in. Dull leaves it for Schuler. Schuler across for Makasenka. Makasenka up to Claherty. Claherty fanned, trying to dump it deeper. Taylor throws it off the wall back to Claherty. Claherty tried the old give and go, and Taylor never went. And now here comes back to neutral off Zivkovic's stick. Zivkovic stops, turns, throws it ahead. Nobody there. Claherty's going to go chase it down the wall. They're beating, they're banging, never got to whack it, and now they're around the backside. Claherty taking a heavy shoulder. Throws a puck in front. It's loose in front. They're beating, they're banging. Taylor with the elbow throwing. Cannot get it in. And Claherty takes a hit after the whistle with 12-15. Yeah, Lindsay, it's close. It actually looks okay now that I tipped the tripod forward, so it's working. I just got to hold on to the stick because the hub creates a counterweight. So, Tina, not only are you going to need the hub, you're going to need this extension stick, too, that hopefully screws into the side of your tripod. Shot from the point. Loose in front. They're whacking at it. Pilarski around the backside. She's out here now with Yenny and Niner. And the Bandits are going to send it up the wall. Into the center. Niner's there. She sends it out to the point. Can't quite get it through. Bandits. Yenny picks it back up, sends it down the wall, but not in. Bandits send it down. That goes all the way back, and Kiesel up to Yenny. Yenny tips it in. It's going to go into the far corner. So I'm going to need to send you some links here, Tina, for some more crap you need to put in your bag. As this one comes up to Marshall. Marshall waiting for the zone to clear. Does. Throws it deep. And comes all the way around. Niner's going to go battle. I've got to kind of watch it. I'm in a very narrow perch up here, so I can't really move around like I normally do. I got to watch some of this on the iPad, which, as Tina knows, is a screen about 2 by 2. As the app prioritizes the scoreboard, not what I'm broadcasting to all of you. And that will be on icing with 11:18 to go in the rink. I'll show you the extended setup here, Tina, at a break, probably at the period. We're going to get our ice cut after one. They cut every 2 periods in this division. They cut after the second period in the game prior. So we started on dirty ice. We'll get our cut after the first period. So that's where the extended break will come from. As Kinger out here now with Detling and Klein. Desai and Marshall in the backyard. And Klein puts it across to the wall. King sends it lower, and the gold helmets pick it up there. Here they come up the far wall. Into the center. Desai try to jump it. Now it's going to lead to a break. Kinger working hard to get back and separate that player from the puck. Over to the wall. Klein. Klein around the backside. Klein stops, turns. Throws it over to Marshall. Marshall up to Detling. Detling can't handle it. She circles back. Loses it there. Bounces up high. And out it comes. Detling finds it as it hits the ground. Dances across the blue line, and Kinger. I also have a LAN cable I'm walking over, which I've taped to the ground with some hockey tape, but if I pull that out, the whole house of cards fails. So I got to be careful how much movement I do up here. And Klein. No, Schuler. Schuler up to Kinger. Kinger up the far wall. Throws it deep. Around to the near side, where Klein's going to go beat and bang. And here come the Bandits back up the near wall. Bandits back on Schuler. Schuler fell down. Got a stick in there, though. And now over to the far point. They're going to pick up a shot from there. Doesn't get all the way through as Dahl knocked that to the wall. Now they're whacking at it. In behind. Stripes get out of the way. Around to the far corner. We should put that on a hoodie. Oh, wait, we already did. Klein up. No. Klein can't knock it out. Now Schuler as the Bandit falls down. Schuler in behind. Around back to Dahl. Dahl around back to Schuler. Stripes get out of the way. And we're going to get a stoppage as the net is off the moorings. So, yeah, there is a one-of-a-kind limited edition Wicked Slapshot hoodie that has all the sayings from last season on it. I swapped it out as part of my weight loss program. I gave it to the Beard, and he gave me a Mighty Oak. So he's in possession of that limited edition, and I'm wearing the only other one today. We're going to make some more, so anybody that wants one, you got to get me a hoodie in the next week or two at the rink, and we'll get more hoodies made. This one comes in around as Claherty and the bar fight tackle each other. Zivkovic around back to Kiesel. Kiesel can't get back to Zivy. Kiesel's going to come up the near wall herself. Kiesel around the rig as they got to watch for the pick there. Still can't knock it out. Rig's going to pick it up behind. Rig in the near circle. Rig fanned on it. Now Kiesel's going to clean it up. They cannot get this puck out of our own end here today. This seems to be a disease we suffer from lately. Now they hold it low. Kiesel's whacking at it. Claherty's over there. Bar fight. Claherty shot! Kanachi knocked that one down. Around the backside, they put it in front off the Rig's feet. Claherty to the corner. Zivkovic's going to whack at it. Now Claherty. Claherty coming up the wall. Cannot knock it out. Puck around the backside. Kiesel's going to get there. Kiesel drops it for Zivkovic, and now we should finally have some room to get out. Zivkovic up to the Rig. Rig to Claherty. Claherty around one. Claherty coming up the near wall with bar fight. Claherty puts it over to the bar fight. Bar fight shoots, misses badly to the near side. Rig gets a stick in there, can't hold it, and now here come the Bandits back the other way. I want to call them the Knights based on the color of these uniforms. Rebound, Kanachi, 2 quick saves, pokes it to the corner. Marshall coming up the near wall. Has the Rig. Marshall lost it. Now she comes back through center with it. Here she comes. Claherty comes to the bench. Rig's going to come to the bench. Puck in the corner. Pilarski's going to chase it there. Desai throws it in front. Bandits player knocks it down. Over to the far corner. Marshall whacks at it. Bouncing puck. Goaltender knocks that down. Around the near corner. Up the near wall. Desai holds it at least momentarily. I'm definitely blind in that corner, but you can see the action. I just can't always tell you what's happening because the table's in the way. This one comes up to a Bandit here at neutral. Bandits wait for the zone to clear. Makasenko with a nice clean pick. Drops it back to Pilarski. Pilarski up the far wall. Pilarski still skating. Pilarski stops, turns. Throws it into the center, tried to hit Taylor, and the Bandits end up picking that up. Dahl steps in front of that player, separates her from the puck. Schuler picks it up behind. She's going to take it all the way behind Kanachi. Schuler up the wall crisply to Dahl. Dahl up too far for Makasenka, but it was tipped, which will wave off the icing. And Blitzberg's finally here. Blitzberg, I gave you the hat tip on the Anchor hub, brother. It's working here with the headset and the LAN cable all plugged in through the USB port. So nothing a little Amazon trip can't solve. As this one comes across to the near wall, Dahl should get there. She's going to circle back. She's going to circle back this way now. Dahl up the wall. I can't see who's down there. That's Niner. Niner lost it. Yanni back to Niner. It goes through her feet over to the far wall. Bandits are going to pick it up there with 6:49 to go. Yanni's going to chip this one in deep, and now they're going to have to go chase this down. Bandits will get there first. Niner pursuing, but can't get there as this one comes out back to neutral. Dahl flips it in around behind the Bandits goalie. And Yanni's going to skate down there. Mrazek's going to skate down there. Mrazek has a chance. And they couldn't quite get a stick on the puck as the Bandits are going to poke it back out. Kiesel throws it in. We tag up, and we're good. Now the Bandits pick it up behind their goaltender. Catching us in a change as Zivkovic comes on and jumps it. Zivkovic and King out here. I see Claherty. Zivkovic picks it up, sends it ahead. Kiesel got out. Claherty down the near wall. Claherty coming in with it. Claherty dances across the front. Claherty hit the goaltender's glove and did not go. Now Detling, top of the zone, can't hold. Zivkovic chips it in, and we tag up, and we're clean. And now they fan on the clear. Turnover to Kiesel in the slot with a big rip. Goaltender with a blocker save. Kiesel had a prime opportunity there. Zivkovic throws it, hits a girl on the hip, and she's going to send it all the way down, and that will be an icing. 5:35 in the arena. I am way too far ahead of you here. Yeah, it's a trip to your backpack because you have one and you showed it to me, which is why I bought it. Now, I got the 11-in-1 on sale. It was a lightning deal. I got her for $59, I think. So I've got more ports for random wires in mine that I'll never use. But I figured why not more? 11 is better than 7, even if you never use the other 4. Around the back, Bandits. And all the other parents and grandparents are like, what are these idiots talking about with these hubs? I'll show you at the break. Oh, Desai, heavy hit there. Comes back, Marshall. Desai picked their head up, looked at stripes. Make sure there was no arm up in the air. As Claherty catches it on the far wing, loses it. They send it back to neutral. Now it comes up the far wall as I step over the land cable. Detling picks it up there, chips it. Doesn't chip it very far. And now this puck comes back to Desai. Desai over to Marshall. Marshall back to Desai. Desai up to Claherty. Claherty on the far point. Claherty whacks a shot. Brained the goalie or hit her high. Or might have missed completely. I didn't see the misdirect. Over to Claherty now. Claherty has Marshall at the point. Doesn't choose to do that. And now the puck drifts out. Marshall was open. She could have taken a wicked slap shot. And there is an icing. 4:36. Yeah, but showing you missed it, I have a tripod extension out the right-hand side. I'll show you at the period cut here. And it's creating an unbalance on the fluid head, so it's making it swivel. So I've got to hold on to it. So I've got to figure out the right counterweight here to keep it balanced. It's just one of those things. But we got a good, stable connection. It was like 100 up and down. So hopefully you're getting good, clear video. Kolarski draw. Rigg tried to shoot it on net. Rigg can't get a stick on that when it goes to the corner. They take it around the backside. Here come the Bandits up the near wall. Dahl's going to hold it, send it lower as Rigg's going to battle on the wall. Rigg's going to send it all the way across the goal mouth. Schuler couldn't step up as she was the lone player back. That'll go all the way down, and that will be an icing with 4:15 in the arena. I owe you a couple of seconds here. Yeah, I wish we had more Cat 5 everywhere, Jeff. This high-speed connection, you get such great video out of it, particularly with the newer iPads and iPhones. But, sometimes we're using strings and paper cups to broadcast these games as I get the clock back in sync. Draw into the corner. Rigg and Barfight. Barfight's going to battle. Here comes the Rigg out with it. Rigg throws it through the goal mouth. It's loose in front. They're beating, they're banging, they're whacking. Rigg still tries to get a stick on it. Can't. And here come the Bandits the other way. And they're going to send it across the wall, and Dahl's going to retreat. Pick it up there. Dahl turned it over on the goal line. Dangerous turnover. They tried to wrap around on Kanachi, and that turnover by Dahl just leads to that. There was just nobody back, and they tried to wrap around. It came across the goal mouth. They poked it in, and there's not much Kanachi can do about that when you turn it over literally on your goal line. So Dahl turns it over. And now we're down 1-0 to the Bandits. Just a fumble bumble down there. And those are going to be costly always deep in your own end when you're expecting the defense to clear it out. So we regroup and go on with 3:48. Klein, Taylor, Makasenka, Kiesel, and Zivy. As Klein pokes it forward. Makasenka tries to battle through, couldn't. Kiesel will take it. Kiesel whacks at it, puck up high, and comes down straight into play. Kiesel whacks it. Now Makasenka pokes it ahead in. Bandits go D to D. They chip it by Kiesel and out. Now Klein picks it up. Klein over to Kiesel. Kiesel and Zivkovic collide, but Kiesel gets it over to Klein. Klein coming through neutral. Here she comes up the far wall. She stops. She spins. She whacks at somebody. Sends it down lower to Makasenka, too far. Taylor and Makasenka. Now Makasenka up the wall to Klein. Klein tried to put it low to Makasenka. Couldn't. 3 gold helmets. Now Makasenka has to chase this around. She's back there. Puts it in front. Taylor couldn't get a stick on it as they knocked it into the side of the net. Now this puck takes an odd bounce. Kiesel recovers. Sends it low to Klein. Klein has Zivkovic up high. Couldn't get it through traffic. Throws it in front to Taylor. Taylor couldn't handle the pass. And here come the Bandits back the other way. Bandits up the far wall. They shoot off Kiesel. Zivkovic drops it to Taylor. Taylor over to the near wall. And this puck's going to come back into neutral. Zivkovic tried to poke it through to Makasenka, and here she comes. Makasenka up the far wall dancing. Makasenka around one, stops, loses, throws it deeper. Taylor needs to hustle over there to pick that up. She does. Pokes it out to Desai at the point. Desai sends it in deep. Goaltender got a touch on that one as Marshall whacks at it. Comes all the way in, misses to the near side. Clawhardy around the backside. Clawhardy loses it, regains. Clawhardy should come up to the point. No, goes low. Taylor tried to center, got blocked. Then her stick got lifted and they took the puck. Loose in front! Clawhardy poked at it, couldn't do anything with it as Desai gets knocked down from behind, no call. And the Bandits flip it back. And that'll go all the way down and they wave it off. Marshall up to Clawhardy. Clawhardy was offsides on herself, which is a rare play in hockey, but it does happen. Jeff, where were you? What rink were you at this morning where you were using duct tape and chewing gum? By the way, if you're at Lakeshore, I have the magic password. I just need to text you the picture from Tina from a couple of years ago. It still works. But it's the most complex Wi-Fi password I've ever seen. It's like 3 words, 4 symbols, 14 numbers, random capital letters. It's way too much for my brain. Pilarski gains the zone, comes down the near wall. Still skating with it around the back. Puts it in front, nobody there. Yenny drops it to Niner. Niner working hard. Niner up to the point to Marshall. Marshall sends it low around everybody. Pilarski tried to put it in front, couldn't do it. Now the Bandits are going to pick it up there. Lakeshore, dude, I got you covered if you're going back there. This is going to go all the way down, and this will be an icing. So I got you covered at Lakeshore. The QA phone has the picture, so I'll text it to you next turn. But it's the handiwork of Tina from a couple of years ago. She got me a picture of it, and it still works. So we will send that over to you for use. I just sent it to 19U Tony, and he's using it, so that's good. So we know it still works because my phone jumped right on. Pilarski draws it back to Yenny. Yenny back to Pilarski in the corner, and the clock's finally back in sync as the Bandit falls down. Niner in front, puck loose. Goaltender covers, and Yenny's taking some abuse in front of the net with 1:09 to go. So I got to pull the QA phone down during the ice cut anyway to show you the crazy setup here with the bar and the hub. So I'll send you the text at that time too. Stripes with the decoy on the faceoff there. He did a pump fake. Now the Bandits pick it up behind. It's loose in front. Marshall steps up. Heavy battle on the wall. Marshall can't hold it, and here they come back out. Niner steps in front of that Bandit. Sends it back the other way. They're beating and banging in front of the bench, and now it goes down, and they are offsides with 51 to go in the period. So we will get a draw on the dot right here in front of the selects bench. Detling, Klein, Kanger, Schuler, and Dahl in the backyard as I step over the land cable to go the other way. And Klein drops it off for Dahl. Dahl up the wall as I step back over it the other way. Dahl coming in. Dahl throws it through the goal mouth. She got in too deep. Schuler with a whack off the goaltender to the near wall. And Klein and Dahl are fighting for it, and the Bandits come out with it, and here comes back to Schuler. Schuler, 2 Bandits in her, and she knocks it out. Klein takes a heavy pressure, and King throws it ahead with 24 to go in the period. This one goes all the way down the far wall into the far corner. Around the backside. Up the wall, Dahl's going to jump it, hold it, at least momentarily. She throws it in on net with 12 to go. Klein's whacking at a little girl in front of the net. Now Klein in the corner with 5 to go. Up the wall, 3 to go. And that'll do it. We played 1. Bandits are up 1-0. We'll move the clock up to 2. They're going to go for the ice cut. And I will take this opportunity to show you the setup here, Schilling and Tina, so you can see how this works with the crazy bar that goes on the the thing here. So give me a second here. So this is that's the hub hanging on a bar on the side of the tripod. That's how that works. And then you use one of those crazy flexible wire ties to hold it on there because it's way too much weight to have it hanging on the USB port. So that's that. And then Schilling, I'm going to text you right now the magic password for Lakeshore. I think it's in here somewhere. I'm going to find it. I just sent it to 19U Tony. Let me find that text I sent to Tony. I will copy that picture and I will message that to Schilling. And that's now on its way to you, Jeff. And it is the craziest Wi-Fi password ever, so be careful. Tony had trouble with it getting that to work this morning. So make sure you get the capitals and the words and the numbers and the symbols and the tacos and the bags all in the right order. But it does work. 19U Tony's using it right now. So that's on its way. Enjoy the Zamboni movie, and I will be back for period number 2 on Wicked Slapshot Productions. All right, ice cut is over. Stripes putting the nets back, waiting for the girls to take the ice here for period number 2. Pep Rock City Girls Fest pool play. Last game of pool play, and then we'll get our seeding to determine what we're going to do this afternoon. My gut tells me it's a quarterfinal, not a consolation, but those of you that have been on these rides with Pip before, it's very easy to get pipped. They don't do their tiebreakers in a traditional way like the rest of the hockey world. Kathy uses some stupid thing called a goal quotient, which no one's ever heard of except her, and it's the most ridiculous thing in the world, and it's created situations in the past where we've won 2 games and won the 3rd game in a shootout and yet somehow go to a consolation game, so which makes no sense in the hockey world, but we call that getting pipped. So we'll see what happens with that. The Stripes are calling the girls out for period number 2. We will get back in action here momentarily. I see the gold helmets. And your selects are walking to the door right now. Claherty is waxing her stick. She's got her hat off. I can see her down here through the table. So, Jeff, I don't know if you're going back to Lakeshore or not, but if you do, that'll help. But it's also been working for at least 2 or 3 seasons now, despite the 2024 being in there. So keep that in your phone, and it might come in handy at some point in the future. As the girls are back, here they are. Stevens leads them out onto the ice for a warm-up lap here or 2. They don't get a lot of time here after the cut. Stripes usually gives them a couple of laps just to stretch the legs, let the ice continue to freeze. Desai's getting her helmet worked on by Corner right below us. You can see that. And then a couple of Bandits laying on the ice doing some what would appear to be stretching or napping. I'm not really sure. Stevens doing a little hip stretch over there. You can't see her, just outside the blue line frame. And we'll get her underway. Corner working on Desai's helmet. Desai needs her stick, which she now has. Tyndall's telling them to skate, warm up the legs, the lower extremities. Stripes blew the whistle, and we're going to get this thing underway. Period number 2 after the ice cut. So they cut every 2 here. So we just got the cut after 1 because the game before us had their cut after 2. So now we're going to play the next 2 on this sheet with no cut. As Stevens is working on something here. Some piece of hockey equipment needed adjusted. I could see her socks falling down on the left leg. Those socks are less than ideal this year. They've had some trouble with them, but we'll make it work. Kanachi takes the long skate to my left. This is the period of the long change. Bar fight, Stevens, Klein, Marshall, and Desai start period number 2. Stripes checks with the gold goaltender. For some odd reason, he checked with me. And here we go. Rig battling, and the Bandits come up the far wall. Desai sends it ahead. Barfight can't get her stick on it. She's battling for it, though. Now they send it up. Rig cut that off. Rig can't chip it in, and now Klein will. Here comes Klein past the Rig up the far wall. Rig wants to drop. Rig open. Klein taking pressure. They put it in the center for the bar fight, and she couldn't handle it. And now here it comes back the other way. Out. Bouncing puck up through neutral. Bandits got around Marshall, and Desai cleaned that up, and now they send it in, but that's delayed offsides. They tag. They're good. In behind the bar fight. Bar fight looking up. Try to hit Klein. It got past her. They wave off the icing, and Klein's standing there like, what the hell? Meanwhile, the Rig's going to go shoulder a girl off the puck. She did. She fell down, and we're going to get a penalty on the Knights for pulling down the bar fight, or for pulling down the Rig. And the Rig is laughing because she knows that really wasn't a penalty, but Stripes called it anyway. He called the result, not the action. And as a result of that, your Steel City Selects are going to go on the Okupa hand warmer power play. We call it that because Okupa hand warmers from Amazon are better than Power Paw hand warmers from Costco. Power Paw lost their sponsorship due to the crappy performance, so it's now the Okupa hand warmer power play. As Pilarski takes the draw, puts it in the corner. Bandits poke it up the wall. Keep wanting to call them the Knights because of the colors. Out the Klein. Klein dancing with it. Still dancing. Klein gets in a shot. Rebound, Clardy flips it high into the corner. Kinger up to Marshall. Marshall down to Kinger. We got to move the puck. When we move the puck on this power play, it works well. Kinger loses it to a Bandit. They throw it out past Marshall, and Klein retreats. Klein. Minute to go in the penalty. Klein has trouble with this little Bandit pursuing her. Now Marshall. Marshall up for Clardy. Weak shot into the corner, and Kinger through the goal mouth. It's loose. Goaltender covers. 13-21, 45 seconds to go in the Akupa power play. And we'll go to the near dot again, and they're going to keep this personnel despite half the time expiring. Stevens now has her pants lowered. She's got some type of serious problem with the equipment here. She's working on the socks and the pants and all sorts of stuff. She's got a hip and back issue, so she's wearing some snowboard shorts under the hockey pants. And I think all the layers just weren't cooperating. This one out to Marshall. Marshall with a whack, missed everything to the near side. Pilarski chases in. Kinger comes out of there with it. Kinger out to Klein. Klein at the far point. Klein up to Marshall, high slot. Marshall sends it tipped up high into the protective netting. We're going to get a draw in the near circle. Stevens still working on the equipment. Now she's picking up the gloves and now the gloves under the bench, all the gross part under the bench. Now she's got all of her stuff back. She's putting the gloves on, putting the stick back in position, so hopefully she's ready to go when called upon. Pilarski taking this draw. Stripes directing Kinger behind. Pilarski puts it in the corner. Kinger chases. Clardy comes in. They beat, they bang, they whack. Kinger with a backhand. Loose in front, Clardy whacking. Clardy still whacking. Goaltender with a cover. Clardy gets chopped after the action. And Vitodian had to go. They must have a game. Maybe it's at Lakeshore. We got girls yelling over here from the gold helmet bench. Pilarski. Another draw. Directing the Knights. I keep calling them the Knights because of these colors, but they're the Bandits. Pilarski puts it over to the wall. Clardy can't handle it. Around back. Pilarski's going to go chase it. Pilarski out to Marshall. Marshall over to Klein. Klein couldn't handle the pass. She had room to shoot. Klein, now she'll shoot. It's loose. Kinger up to Klein. Penalty over. Klein dancing. Klein spinning. Klein still spinning. Puts it lower to Kinger. Kinger up the wall to a Bandit. And now they're going to break it out. They're going to chip it ahead back to Marshall. Marshall up to Klein. Klein back to Marshall. Marshall can't handle the pass. It's going to lead to a bad situation here, but she recovered enough to get it to the wall. Now the Knights have it low. Klein comes in and cleans it up and says, I'll bring it out myself. She does. Up ahead, too far for Pilarski, but she gains it. Pilarski has Clardy breaking. Pilarski in front to Kinger. Kinger with a shot. Everybody into the goalie, and they all fall down. And we're going to get a whistle and bring it out of the zone. So here comes Yenny, Barfight, and Mrazek as we're cycling through after the power play. And the Barfight will take this draw. Out to Zivkovic. Zivkovic up to Yenny. Yenny dancing with it through the center of the zone. Loses it, regains. Can't get the shot off. Barfight battling up the wall. Kiesel's going to hold the point, throw it in deeper. All the way around the backside. Zivkovic's going to get over there and whack it deeper. Bandits are going to pick it up there as Barfight gets a shot off. Just missed to the far side. Now the Bandits are going to throw it. Zivkovic's going to hold it as the Barfight fell down on the far wall. Stuck in the feet. Mrazek's going to go in there and beat and bang and poke and whack. And they're probably telling each other how much they love their hair, their makeup, their fingernails. And now the Bandits are going to send it all the way down. And Kanachi lets it go, and that will be an icing with 11:14 to go, second period. 1-0 Bandits. Taylor, Klein, Makasenka jump on. Keep Kiesel and Zivy in the backyard. As now we're going to go to the other circle. Klein going to take this draw. Give you a little more of the zone here. Get out of the scoreboard. Taylor, right to a Bandit. Here they come. You chip it by Kiesel. Kanachi's going to poke it into the corner where Zivy whacks it, but to a Bandit. Around the backside, Klein poking. Zivy poking up the wall. Taylor steps up but doesn't get the puck as the Bandits hold it. Now they have it around the back. Zivy, Kiesel. No, Klein. That's Klein. Klein on the far wall. Banks it up off the wall. Taylor can't do anything with it. Bandits take it from her. Loose in front. Kanachi with a big save. And they dump Klein. Klein dumps a girl. And this coach for the Bandits is having a seizure on the bench. You can't see her with the table, but she's having a seizure after Klein dumped the girl. And Taylor's running her mouth here, and Tyndall tells her to knock it off. Taylor came by the Bandits bench running her mouth about the helmets. And that's not going to get you anywhere in this game except anger the other team. So hopefully she knocks that off as they battle in the corner. Schuler around back. Pilarski. I always tell you, I call what I see, and that's what she was doing, so that's why I called it. Pilarski. Pilarski loses it. Schuler in the corner. Whacking back there. Pilarski can't get a stick on it. Schuler turns it over. It's loose across the top of the ice. It's top of the zone, and now Detling picks it up. Detling with a little dinky dunker up the wall. It's going to go all the way down, and that's going to be an icing. So the dinky dunker comes from Casey in the Fun Factory in Weeki-Wachi. He's out there watching. He told me to work the dinky dunker in. So when they chip it off the wall like that, we might start referring to that as the little dinky dunker pass. But we'll see if it sticks. Might be something new. Worst case, I told him he can always just be Uncle Dinky Dunker in Florida. As Pilarski steps in for this draw. Puts it over to the wall to Dahl. Dahl stops, turns, reverse, loses the puck to a Bandit. Deeper, Bandits around back. Pilarski poking. Bandits still have it. Still have it in the near circle. Bandits skate out. Kanachi pokes that one up into the glass with the blocker. Around the backside, Pilarski should get there first. Does. Pilarski up the wall. Cannot get it out. Now she sends it across to Kinger. Kinger can't get it out. Schuler sends it right to a Bandit at the near point, who sends it in deeper. They're battling down there, and now Schuler sends it up to the near point again. Shot off of Pilarski out to the far point. Shot fan. Detling to the wall. Detling over skates, and then she fell down. Dahl turns it over on the goal line. Shot. Dahl up the wall to Detling. Detling loses it to a Bandit there. Bandit stop, turn, spin. High slot, shot. Missed everything far side. Got to get this puck out even if you got to ice it, Pilarski, and she still can't poke it out. Detling can't poke it out at the point. Shot in behind Kanachi. Loose in the high slot. Loose on the circle now as Detling gets pulled down. Dahl chips it ahead, and here it comes up the wall. They're making a change here. Claherty, Marshall, Desai, Rigg. Rigg picks it up. Rigg sends it across off the wall as Barfight jumps on. This one comes around up the wall. Claherty stops and turns and picks this one up. Claherty with the Barfight. Claherty into four players and loses the puck in the corner. Up high to the Rigg. Rigg can't handle it. Regains it. Throws it on the net. Knocked down by a Bandit. Now they're going to send it up and not out as Marshall throws it in on the net. Barfight gets up there, puck up high into the protective netting. And with 8:18, we're going to go into the far corner for this draw. Barfight comes over to talk to Tyndall and get some instructions. So, we're going to come outside. Oh, no, he decided to go in. And changed his mind again. Get a little Kirkland Alkaline Water, the official water of Wicked Slapshot Productions here as Clardy takes this draw. Over to the Rigg. Rigg is punching a girl in the face. And here comes the puck down the far side. I'm about done with her punching kids. I told her after the last game. Here comes Clardy. I don't know how Stripes didn't call that. I don't care what they're doing to her. You cannot punch people in the face. Up the wall. Desai over to Barfight. Barfight loses it back. She chases it down. And Barfight in behind now. Hits the Uno reverse. Up. He's trying to get the Rigg to go. I heard Tyndall yelling for her, but she didn't go. Now she's going to whack. Now Desai pokes it up. Rigg can't clear it. Back to Claherty up past the rig. This one will go out. Bandits send it in. They're offsides. And they have to tag, which they do, and Marshall cleans it up. Marshall past the rig, up the wall. Rig's going to cut that one off. Rig is going to throw it into the far corner as she tangles with a Bandit. She's going to head to the bench as Makasenka gets knocked down behind the net, and here come the Bandits back the other way. They send it up the wall, and that's going to be an icing. So we'll go to the far circle for this draw. There's the draw out to the point. They send it in behind the net. Comes out here to Claherty. Claherty fans on it, leaves him for Pilarski. Pilarski down the far wall, all the way around the backside. Pilarski up to the point to Kiesel. Kiesel off the side of the net. Around the back, Claherty. Up the wall. Claherty trying to fight through traffic, can't get through. Now she regains it, loses it. Here come the Bandits back the other way. Bandits up through neutral. They're going to dump it. Kanachi with the paddle knocks that into the corner. This one loose. Klein picks it up there. Klein loses it. Kanachi paddle to the corner. Zivkovic up. Too far for Claherty. This puck goes all the way back down. Hits Zivkovic, and Kiesel's going to pick it up. Kiesel turned it over in the slot. Thankfully, Zivkovic cleaned that up. Kiesel banks it up and out. They send it in. They're offsides. They tag up. Here comes Pilarski to pick it up. Pilarski loses it to a Bandit near point. Top of the slot now shooting. Doesn't get there. Got deflected off of one of our players. I think it was Kiesel. Banks it off the wall, not out. Claherty overskates with the Olay with the stick. Around low. Tries to put it in front. Can't get it there. Kiesel's trying to clear that girl out. She's elusive. Now Zivkovic puts a spin on her. Klein picks it up, and here comes Pilarski. Pilarski up ahead to Claherty. Claherty through neutral. Claherty dancing with it. Loses the puck. Gets pulled down. They end up in the net, and somehow there's no call there on either one of them. They pick it up behind the net. Dahl does. Dahl skating. Dahl still skating right in front of us. Dahl in on the net. Shoot! Stripes is looking, and it's a goal! Stripes points, it's a goal! They pushed everything into the net, the goalie, the puck, the players, everything. The sticks, the snow, they're all mad, they're all arguing with Stripes, and Stripes is saying no. Dahl pushed it all in, and it's 1-1. And at this point, these girls are arguing. We'll see what happens here. He's only going to put up with so much of this. Puck's in the net. It's 1-1. 5:01 to go, second period. These girls are mad. Let's see what happens here. I'll give you the action. The coach here, she's right here. She's talking to Stripes. Now she's mad. Now she's up. She's mad. She's walking away. She doesn't like what Stripes told her. But his decision is final, and unlike the NHL, there's no replay here. So 1-1. I'm going to give that one to Dahl. We'll see what the score sheet says. Bar fight, Yenny. And now he's throwing her out of the face-off circle. There goes Niner. They chip it by her, and Dahl throws it back up. Niner circling, whacking. Bar fight steps up. Here come the Bandits up the near wall. Looks like Tyndall's changed the lines a little bit here. Barfight's playing with Niner. Oh, no, I think Barfight might be playing center now. So he's got Niner and Yenny out here. That puck, I thought that puck came out. Stripes saw it differently. Barfight around the back. Barfight might be playing center here. As she got creamed on the wall. Shot. She's up. She's fine. Past Niner. Out. Up to Dahl. Dahl's going to skate with it. Dahl's going to throw it in deep around the backside. Niner's going to go chase it. They're going to battle below me here. Here come the Bandits back the other way. Mrazek chasing. Desai throws it in as the bar fight heads to the bench. Pilarski jumps on. I see Marshall jumping on. Dahl. They're giving Dahl the goal credit here on the bench, at least anyway. As this one drifts all the way down. Desai's going to pick it up. Desai. Bandits near point. Cut off in the slot by Kinger. Kinger chips it out up the wall. And the Bandits are going to battle for it. Now it comes up the wall. Over to the far side. Desai's going to pick it up with 3:35 to go. Desai. Up to Detling. Can't handle the pass. She's going to chase it into the wall, into the corner. She's going to take a shoulder and leave it there. They're going to battle it up the wall and wait for it to come out. I got a table in my way. You could see it. I can't. Here come the Bandits. Back the other way. Desai over to Marshall. Marshall whacks at it. Pilarski. Pilarski out. Bandits back in. Detling can't get there. They chip it down the wall. Desai. Desai's going to throw it up the wall. Knocked down by an aggressive Bandit. They center it. Gets through. It's loose in the slot. Out to the near point. Shot. Kanachi with the glove. 2:59. 1-1. 31 of you out there on a Saturday. College football must be boring as the big rig falls down twice. She's missing a blade on her skate. She's missing a skate blade. She's got blades in there's more in the locker room. She lost her blade. Stevens lost a blade. So no idea what's going on here. I have to keep an eye on that situation. As we get the draw here. And Tyndall's putting the blade back in. Tyndall with the assist on the rig. The rig blew a tire. And we go into the corner here with the puck. The clock's running. That's my kid, as you all know. So I gotta see if we got to go get equipment or what we're doing here. So I was momentarily distracted as the rig blew a tire. Now she's back out there. There was a NASCAR announcer, I think it was old DW one time, that said, "You picked a fine time to leave me loose wheel," as the rig blows a tire. And Klein is going to take this draw in the corner. Rig out there now with Klein and bar fight. Now Klein's going to tip it up to the rig. Rig's going to put it up to Diamond. Here comes the bar fight. Bar fight through neutral up the near wall. Bar fight with the Klein crashing the net. Put it over there, but it was too hard. Zivkovic far point. Zivkovic throws it in front and hits somebody. And they're going to send it out, and this is going to turn into a breakaway the other way as Kiesel chases. And Kanachi with an active stick poked that away. They try to put it in front. Klein knocked that down. Around the backside, Klein backhands it. Zivkovic's going to pick this one up, send it up the wall to the rig. Rig's going to stop, turn, hit the bar fight, but it was in the skates, not the stick. Bar fight's going to chip it away. Here comes the bar fight. It's going to get in too deep, though, as she's going to go whack at it. They send it around the far wall. Rig should get there. Rig low, but bar fight was out of position as she was recovering from that run. Rig knocks it in front of the net. Bandits send it out. It's loose. Rig picks it up. Rig can't get a shot off. Klein with a shot. Hits somebody up high. Goes over. Now they send it in deep. Rig loose in front. Couldn't handle the pass. Now they're going to send it up to the point. Schuler down low past the Rig. Rig whacking at it. Can't hold it. Now Makasenka's going to skate in with it. Can't get a shot off. Makasenka out to the point. Claherty dancing with it down the far or to the near wall. Around the backside, Makasenka working hard in front of the net. Claherty still spins, shoots, misses the entire net. Over to the near point. Schuler holds. Sends it lower to, who is that? Taylor. Taylor has it in the corner. Taylor sends it low, can't get it to Claherty. They chip it around her. Makasenka should get over there and pick it up. She does. Makasenka tried to put it in front, hit a skate. Around the backside, you can feel the pace pick up a little bit here. Claherty in front, can't get it off the net. It's loose in front. They're beating and whacking and never got to the banging. Claherty has it here. Claherty cannot get it out. Now they will poke it out past Schuler. It's in Schuler's feet. They poke everybody off as Schuler got interfered with there. And we might be getting, and I think we're just going to get an offsides here. And that's what we're going to get. Schuler was, that was clearly interference, and Stripes didn't see it. And that was a big burst of action with 49 seconds to go. Second period. That was a good shift. And Pilarski, Yenny, Niner out here now with 49 to go. As we burned up. I can tell you this hub uses a lot more of the iPad battery. We burned up 46% of the iPad battery through 2 periods in the ice cut. Here come the Bandits down the far wall. They lose it there as Yenny picks it up. Yenny Yenny up, hits Niner. Niner dumps it across for Makasenka, or not Makasenka, Desai, into the corner. My dyslexia kicked in. They throw it through the goal mouth, does Yenny. It comes all the way across to Desai. Desai throws it in front. It's loose on the doorstep, and they pick it up there, and Yenny raises the arms and says, don't bring that aggression to me. 19.7 in the arena, far circle. 31 of you on a Saturday. Pilarski leaves it. It's on the circle. They poke it lower. It comes through everybody. Yenny can't get a stick on it. Niner in the corner with 12 to go. Around the backside, Pilarski chasing. Pilarski kicks it up the wall. Bandits pick it up there, chip it by Marshall with 4. And she should just whack this around, and she's going to hold it, and that'll do it. Period over. We played 2. It's 1-1 on Wicked. Slapshot Productions. All right, Kanachi takes the long skate to my right for period number 3. Short skate to the bench, I should actually say. Short skate for period 3. 2's the long one. And we're going to get period number 3 underway. Tie game. This has been going on a while here. We're an hour and 6 minutes into the stream. These ice cut games are long. And we'll bring her down here for period number 3. Stripes checking with me. I love it. It's like he's looking for the TV timeout. And here we go. Over to the corner. Bandits up the wall. Zivkovic pokes it up the wall. Kinger across to Detling. Detling up the wall. Detling far wall. She's going to take it down the far wall. She's going to throw it in. Goaltender gave up a rebound around the backside. Bandits are going to pick it up there. I keep calling them the Knights, these colors. Kinger back to Detling. Detling shoots, blocked by a Bandit. As Zivkovic picked that one away, and now they're going to poke it up and out. Klein back to Kiesel. Kiesel up too far for Kinger. And they're going to whack it back the other way. Kiesel leaves it for Klein. Klein loses it coming through neutral, gets it up to King. King throws it in as Zivy and Detling come off. Riggs on. Riggs going to pick it up at the blue line, and that's going to be offsides. 14-10. Here in the third period. Pool Play Pip, Rock City Girls Fest, Webster Ice Arena, Rochester, New York on a Saturday afternoon. It's a little warmer here today than it was yesterday. Let me tell you, yesterday was a miserable rainy day here. Claherty pokes it across to the Rig. Rig back to Claherty. Claherty into the zone. Claherty tries the toe drag. Doesn't work. Player falls down. Claherty loses the puck. Rig tries to hold it. Does. Here she comes out of there with it. Puts it in front for Claherty. It hit the tape. She couldn't do anything with it. Rig again. Rig out to Schuler at the point. Schuler bubbles it, sends it lower. And now the Rig was out of position as the play had carried her the other way. Here come the Bandits back the other way. Bandits up too far. That'll go down, and that will be an icing. 13-38. Back down here to the near circle this time. Makasenka, Pilarski, Taylor, Marshall, Desai. Rig came off asking where the second forward was as Dull checks the door below me for safety. Pilarski, draw. Desai gets a shot, hit Pilarski. Goes around the backside. You got Makasenka battling with it, leaves it for Pilarski. Pilarski up the wall, battling hard through that hit. Pilarski gets a shot off. It gets deflected. Makasenka battling. She had her stick raised, still battling. Taylor joins. They're beating, they're banging, never got to the whack, and Bandits come out of there with it up the far wall. Here they come. Marshall back. They throw it in behind Kanachi. And Desai comes in, picks that up. Desai up the far wall. Desai up to Makasenka. Makasenka over across to Taylor. Taylor down the far side. Weak shot. Goaltender with a save into the corner. Pilarski stopped it momentarily. Bandits pick it up, and here they come through neutral. It was in Makasenka's feet. Now the Bandits pick it up. They chip it ahead. Marshall sticks a stick out. Stripes in the way. Marshall circling under heavy pressure. Marshall loses the puck on the circle. Shot. Get around Desai. Knocked that one down, thankfully, as Desai battles. Pilarski steps in. They're battling in the corner. Stripes telling them to move it. Up the wall, out to the point. Bandits hold. High slot, knocked away by Marshall, but not out. Now Makasenka will bang it out back to neutral. They send it across to the top of the zone. Bandits down the far wall, in behind Kanachi. Klein should get there. She does. Klein bumped off the puck. Desai. Up the wall, right to a Bandit in the high slot. Shot. Kanachi knocked that down with the shoulder and covers. And Desai comes in. Desai comes in and creams somebody after the play, and she's going to go sit down. Unless they're going to take them both. Let's see. Maybe they're taking... No, they're getting Klein. I saw Desai level somebody, not Klein. Tyndall's arguing with Stripes, and Klein's smashing her stick. But needless to say, we're going to go on the penalty kill here. And there we go. They clear it out. Kiesel does. I'm a couple seconds behind, so I need to catch up at the next break, but I figured it was more important to get the penalty up. Pilarski takes it away. Can't quite hold it. Now she's going to pick it up again. Up to the point, Kiesel. Kiesel whacks it deeper. All the way around to the near corner. This one comes up the near wall. Bandits skating up the near wall. Zivkovic. Bandits. They stop. They turn up the near wall. This one out to the near point. No, she's going to hold it. She's not going to go to the point. She's still dancing with it. Now the top of the slot. Over to the far circle. Shot. Connect. She gloves it. And I'll get back in line at 11:18. With 49 seconds to go in the penalty here. And we'll change players. Clardy in the rig. Marshall and Desai. Come out here to kill more penalty. Clardy. Draw right to a Bandit. Up to the high slot. Over to the far point. Now low. Shot. Up high. Missed everything to the near corner. Near point. Rig runs out. Rig can't block it, but prevents the angle. Into the far corner. Marshall battling back there. Bandits have it. Bandits come out with it. Skate along the goal line, around the backside. And Marshall leveled somebody back there. And now I think Marshall's going to go sit down. So this is not good. All right, now they're taking them both here, so... So they're taking them both, so we're going to play 26 seconds of 5 on 4, coincidental minors. So we're still on the penalty kill for 26 more seconds. I'm off a couple here as Clardy leaves it. Out to the far point. Clardy in the rig out here to kill the rest of this off. Clardy's going to pick it up, and here she comes. Clardy's going to skate it. This could kill the rest of the penalty if done correctly. She throws it down the wall, fights through the hit. Clardy still skating with it behind the net, loses it back there. Clardy knocked down, no call. Still battling back there, though. She's got 3 Bandits back there. Now the rig battles. Now here come the Bandits with 3 seconds to go in the penalty. Up the near wall. Now they come into the center. Penalty over. Klein out of the box. She's pissed, so let's see what happens. Bandits up, high slot. They have the puck now. Stops, turns, surveys. Rig got a tear. Clardy got a tip on that one, but it goes to the far corner. It's loose in front. Rig beating, banging, whacking. Still loose in front. Kanachi, no idea where the puck is. It's loose. Kanachi dives on it. And with 10:05, we're going to get a stoppage. Here comes Taylor Makasenka with Klein as the Rig and Clawhardy come off. Clawhardy throws her stick. She's mad about something. Sitting on the bench. Tyndall wants something from Stripes. .924 on the whistle. They're out of the box. That's what Tyndall wanted to know. So we need 9:24 on a whistle to get Marshall out of the box. Klein. Here comes Taylor. Taylor over to Makasenka. Makasenka tips it deep. Makasenka chasing. Tried to center, couldn't. Banging back there. Up the wall, Klein. Klein stops, hits the Uno reverse, battling in the corner here. You saw the result before I did, and now it's out to neutral. They're still battling. Bandits coming through with it. Now they leave it for Taylor. Taylor up, gains the red line and dumps it. Around backside. Makasenka needs to go to work. Back around to the near far corner. Taylor passed her to a Bandit. They leave it. Klein stops, turns. Klein dives to hold it, can't. Now here come the Bandits back the other way with numbers. Up the near wall. Bandits near wall. Kanachi with the breadbasket save. 9:14 to go. So we are still tied. 1-1, 9:14 to go. Third period. Webster, New York, Pip Rock City Girls Fest pool play. Pilarski out here with Kinger and Mrazek. They might have moved Mrazek back on D with Marshall's out of the box. Never mind. We're past the time. So Marshall's out. Niner tries to block it, takes away the angle. So Marshall, Desai, Pilarski, Niner, and Yenny. Up to Yenny. Yenny tries to chip it out, can't. They're battling on the wall. Still battling on the wall. Yenny's playing the body. That allows Pilarski to come and get the puck. Here comes Pilarski. Pilarski around one. Pilarski down the far wall. She has Mrazek breaking. Tried to put it over there, but the girl was in front of her into the corner. Now they battle down low. Pilarski takes it away. Pilarski with Yenny out front. Put it there. Yenny couldn't get it. Came off a stick or a skate. Marshall chops it deeper. Marshall shoulders a girl down. Good clean contact there. Mrazek leaves it. Down the wall. She tried a little pass. Didn't work. This one comes out back to Marshall. Marshall stick handles across to Desai. Desai throws it across too far for Mrazek. Mrazek leaves it there, and Stripes almost got killed as Marshall picks it up, sends it in. Mrazek tags and clean. Around the backside, 8:17 to go. Up the near wall, the Bandits chip it ahead. They stop, they turn, they throw it across to the red line. Marshall whacks at it. Up into the protective netting, and 8:06. Going to get a face-off in the far dot. So, 8:06 to go. Third period, tie game. Clawhardy out here with Mrazek and Yenny. Draws it back to Marshall. Marshall across. Desai can't handle it. Picks it up on the wall. Here comes Desai up the wall. She throws it in on net. Goaltender throws it behind. They battle. Bandits pick it up near circle. Around the backside. Up. Past Marshall. Clawhardy's going to go chase this down. Clawhardy stops, turns in behind now. She's on her backhand. Here she comes up the near wall. Still skating with it, Clawhardy. Clawhardy still skating. She tries to drive, gets through. Clawhardy missed the net. She got through but missed the net. To the near side. Now they send it across. Detling. Detling with pressure. Detling. They send it ahead. Dahl. Dahl's going to need to get back there and whack it around. She can't. Uno reverses it up the near wall. Or far wall. Up to Detling, who loses it. Bandits back. Bandits gain the blue line. Near wall. Shot. Missed everything to the far side. Yenny can't get there. They hold the point. Send it deeper. Around the backside. Dahl leaves it for Marshall. Marshall Up to Yenny, who can't handle it. Clawhardy pokes it out. They poke it back in. Clawhardy still skating, loses it there. Bandits send it up. Dull out here. I see the rig. I see Kinger. I see, I don't know who the third winger is. Schuler. And here comes Pilarski. So they got the rig out here with King and Pilarski. Messing the lines up a little bit here. As Kinger comes back the other way with it, loses it to a Bandit. Now they chip it by Dahl in on Kanachi. She has no choice but to cover it up. 6:20 to go. Period number 3. Time for a water break. Kirkland Signature Alkaline, the official water of Wicked Slapshot Productions. Get a little drink there to wet the whistle to bring you home. As Pilarski takes this draw. Out to the rig. Rig loses it coming up the wall. Rig throws it across to the red line. Bar fight out here now with Pilarski and the rig as they completed the change during the break. Dahl leaves it. Rig picks it up, leaves it for Pilarski as the rig gets dumped. No call. Pilarski skates in. Shoot, rebound, bar fight, can't get there. And this one comes up the near wall. Dahl with a shot, hit the bar fight in the elbow. Around the backside. Dahl and the rig need to switch positions, and now it's out, and the rig will go corral it at the red line. Rig throws it up too far for Pilarski, and now it's going to come back the other way. They come around a couple of players. They get around Dahl. Shoot. Kanachi tipped that one high over the net. Pilarski stops, turns, looks. Pilarski looking up ahead, hits the rig. Rig can't knock it out. Rig gets beaten, banged, and whacked on the wall. She's punching people, and now she's going to get a penalty. And I'm about done with this kid punching people today. This is second one today. Now she's going to go sit down for hitting this girl on the back of the head. I don't know what to say. This is the second time today she's punched a kid in the head. And she's going to go sit. So now they're going to go on the power play again. And late in the game, you don't want to see this. They're on the power play, and they clear it back. And I don't know what to say about that. As her father, that's just not the way we want her playing hockey. Up the near wall. In around behind, Kiesel. Kiesel up the wall. King throws it deeper. Klein's going to whack it. It's going to go all the way down with a minute to go and the penalty to the rig. Up the near wall. King stops that one momentarily. They're battling in front of me here. Now the Bandits come up the near wall. Kiesel poking, whacking, beating, banging. They have it along the goal line now. Hits the Uno reverse card, comes up the near wall. Kiesel pushing up to the point. Now they send it lower. They skate in with it along the line. Put it in front of the goal mouth over to the far side. 30 seconds to go in the penalty of the rig. Out to the far point. Out to the near point now. We're getting a call here for something. Net off the moorings. So we're going to go to the far circle, or to the near circle. Net came off behind Kanachi. So here comes Clawhardy and Diamond to alleviate Kinger and Klein, killing the penalty to the rig for punching a kid in the head. As they're going to go to the near circle, girls are making a strategery there. Clawhardy with 23 seconds to go on the penalty to the rig. 4:09. Out to the point. A beating and whacking. Bandits pick it up there. Clawhardy checks her to the wall. Shoot it down low to the far circle. They send it in. Kiesel knocked that one down. Bar fight up the wall with it. This one comes out to the near point. They send it lower. 4 seconds to go in the penalty to the rig. Kiesel. Rig joins the game. Heads to the bench. And now Kiesel's going to pick it up there. Kiesel skating through neutral. Kiesel shot. Missed everything to the near side. Into the corner. And now here come the Bandits back the other way. Bandits shot off the side. to the end wall. Clawhardy. Clawhardy's going to pick it up there. Has Mrazek and Barfight ahead of her. Here comes Clawhardy. Bandits changing. Clawhardy still skating. Clawhardy tries to drag, loses it coming through. And Mrazek down in front of the net. Around the backside. Into the corner, Bandits. 3:08 to go. They bring it up the near wall. Here come the Bandits. Bandits across, behind the player. Now Marshall. Marshall stops, turns. Marshall's going to pick it. No, Marshall's going to lose it in the corner. Barfight loses a stick. Marshall. Barfight's going to battle. Loose in the circle. Bandits pick it up there with 2:49 to go around the backside. Up the wall, Bandits. They try to center. Knocked down by Zivkovic as Mrazek got leveled. They both took a hit on that one, though. Now they're going to battle, and it's loose in the circle. And Desai's going to pick it up. Here comes Desai up the near wall. Desai's going to gain the red line dump. Leave it for Mrazek. I was going to create an offsides as she fumbled it. Now here come the Bandits back the other way. Bandits lose it. They whack at it. Back to neutral. They send it up and in with 2:18 to go. Marshall, Desai, King, Klein, and Pilarski out here now. King leaves it for Pilarski. Pilarski coming with Klein. Pilarski loses it at the red line. King chips it ahead. Here comes King down the wall. King loses it coming through. King throws it deeper. 2 minutes flat to go. Around the backside. Up high into the netting. And Stripes didn't blow the whistle. Klein throws an elbow. Around the backside. Now Klein with a cross check. Got to be really careful here. Loose in the slot. Klein getting really aggressive here. This girl is like, I don't know what she's doing. She's stumbling to the bench after those 2 hits from Klein. Dull. They get by Dull. Down the near wall, Klein. Klein's going to have a number on her back here, a marker on her back here. If she's not careful, they're going to come after her. Dull around the backside with 1:29 to go. Up the wall. Bandits take that away. And that comes back out. Here comes Clawhardy. Clawhardy with 2 back. Clawhardy pulled across. We're getting a penalty here on the Bandits. And it's going to be a trip. So with 1:17 to go, your selects are going to go on the Akupa hand warmer power play for the rest of the game. Selects on the power play. Let's see who they send out here. Klein, Marshall, Pilarski, Kanger, Clawhardy. I need a shot from the point, quite frankly. Not going to get it. Wouldn't be surprised if we get control of this to see Kanachi come off here. I don't know. It's a tough call. As Pilarski takes this draw. It's on the dot. They poke it out to the point to Marshall. Marshall over to Klein. Klein rips a shot. Doesn't get through the legs. Rebound. Loose in front. There's a power play goal! I think it was Pilarski on the back door. And it's 2-1 Steel City. Let's see who comes across. It was either Malia or Pilarski on the back door. It might have been Malia. It's 2-1 Steel City on the Akupa hand warmer power play goal. 1:09 to go, third period. Now we're going to see the Bandits pulling the goalie, so we're going to need to play good defense here. Klein comes off in favor of Dahl. Dahl, Marshall, Pilarski, Clawhardy, Kanger. And Tyndall's got the defense pairs all messed up now. So now, here come the Bandits. Bandits, shot, knocked down by Dahl. Clawhardy picks that up. She runs into Dahl. And now with pucks behind the net, they send it around the back. They're dancing. They're moving quick. Around the backside, up the near wall. Bandits get there first, out to the near point. Dahl's going to poke. Oh, Dahl! Dahl, oh, this girl's hurt. This girl's hurt bad. This girl's hurt bad. They need to blow a whistle. Over to the far side. This girl's hurt bad. She hit her head hard on the back of the ice. And now we got something going on down there as I think it was Pilarski took a shot. They're sending this girl to the box. I don't know what she did. She leveled Pilarski. I didn't see it. We're going to have to watch it down here on the QA phone. I'm going to watch it on the QA phone. I'm watching it now. And she just leveled Pilarski. So she's going to go to the box. This girl hit her head hard on the back of the ice here to my right with 38 seconds to go. And we're going to go back on the Akupa hand warmer power play. after a crazy sequence of events. I can tell you this New Jersey coach has about had it. She is miserable right now. And she's walking off the ice. This girl's likely concussed. She hit her head hard as stick got stuck. Pilarski took a hit down there. I tried to watch it on the QA phone. I didn't. I was watching the injured girl, and Pilarski got leveled after the whistle. So it's going to put us back on the Akupa hand warmer power play with 37 seconds to go. The rig is telling Dahl something. Pilarski got hit in the head? Oh, no, this girl did. Yeah. I know, but Pilarski did not get hit in the head. In the corner, they're battling now. Pilarski still battling back there. Here come the Bandits. Pilarski talking to Stripes. Here come the Bandits shorthanded. Up the near wall. They're dancing with it. Dahl takes that away into the corner. We just want to get out of this game at this point without it getting rougher. Clawhardy knocks a girl down. Now Clawhardy's going to get a penalty. Arms up. They're battling. They're still battling. We're going to keep the camera on this angle and just see if there's extracurriculars. Clawhardy's going to go sit down now with 8.7 to go in the arena. That's going to negate the power play. Clawhardy's going to go to the box. Clawhardy for checking. And with 8.7 seconds to go, we just need to get out of this game at this point. Stevens lost a blade again. Is that yours, Stevens? They're going to go around the backside. They're going to beat and bang in the corner here. It looks like the mount's broken on the rig's blade. And there's the game. Game's over. And just make sure we don't get any extracurricular activity here as Dahl's working on the rig's blade mount. All right, so we're going to win this one 2-1 on a power play goal late in the game. I'm bringing the handshake, get over the YouTube delay, and we'll be back in action later today. Don't know what time yet, so keep an eye on the Sports Engine, Team Snap, and Team Chat, and we'll be back in action this afternoon. Thanks as always for watching Wicked Slap Shot Productions.